Hi friends. Hello new subscribers. How are you? I'm glad that you're here. Thank you so much for taking the time to subscribe. Little heads up. You're going to want to check your subscriptions and notifications regularly with my channel because somehow I've got that icky algorithm fever here, and which causes subscribers to get unsubscribed accidentally on purpose apparently, as well as their notifications changed. So I'm so glad you're here. So I did not watch the news at all today, Monday. After all this stuff that's gone on with the killing of the general in Iran, and apparently there was a mess up with the Defense Department. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, something from the past is swirling around here. And that's something I wanted to talk to you about. Kind of get the feeling that things are happening and not everyone's on the same page, and maybe people are starting to find out what the real story is behind here, you know, what's going on out there. Gosh, there's just so much I want to say about this. So thank you to our friend Kimberly, asterisk, many more, for sharing the information about what happened. It's a Daily Beast article about, I just knew there had to be some sort of ties to Donald and on a personal level and the assassination of this general. Because as many of you know, he in the past has ties with the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, which has been sanctioned for like ever because they're so freaking corrupt, full of financial crimes and all that. Well, and I often wondered why this didn't get more coverage. Because in the area, apparently, is his name Soleimani? He had, you know, like everybody else in the area has shell companies. They have front groups of, you know, a business that they put in front. Anyway, he had this front business that did business with the Trump organization. 2010, they started looking, this company started looking for help in the U.S., trying to acquire weapons of mass destruction. And they spent a lot of money, and nobody would bite except one, the Trump organization, which ended up in 2015 doing some business. I cannot even believe they did this. But it's that whole article that came out in the New Yorker, I think in 2016, 27, about how they built that tower in Azerbaijan. I cannot even say that. And Ivanka is the one who put it all together. And it was just this big tower they built to launder money, because there's no way in or out of this big, giant, ugly hotel that looks kind of like a woman's private area. I mean, there's videos and stuff of her trying to appeal to people with what they're doing. So the Trump organization was doing business with Soleimani's front group since 2015 when they built, into 2016 and 2017. Hello. Got a problem here. So I just haven't been paying attention to the news because as I've distanced myself from the news, I have been feeling lighter and happier. And when I think about the Trumps in general, I'm just happy because I feel like it's done. Something is complete. Like there's no ache or anything. And then I go watch the news and listen to them. I'm like, ugh, such a bummer. But then it's like, I know this is done. So, and I know that at the full moon, the two cards that were going to be eclipsed, because I picked a card for every lunation part of the cycle, as to what was going to happen, what was going to get eclipsed. Well, at the full moon, I kept getting the Page of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. And, you know, the Page of Cups lately has been showing up a lot for me as voters. In the past, but it's been quiet, so this is why I didn't think about looking at her. In the past, the Page of Cups is shown as Ivanka. The Knight of Pentacles are mercenaries. So it makes sense that perhaps at the full moon we're going to be getting more information about Ivanka and the mercenaries. There's that. And then also when I was watching the video again, it reminded me that Jared and SDNY were both had shared wishes. And I can't remember if it was the Ace of Cups, that this thing would happen and explode, or if it was the Nine of Swords terror. But anyway, those two, SDNY and Jared, had the same wish about this, what was happening with this event. That's where they connected. And then the more I went into that reading, here was Jared. He's the martyr for this. Something similar to that. And it really makes sense with everybody that I've checked in with so far, from Donald to Putin to Bill Barr and Mitch and Calgon Chow, and Liz Cheney and Mitt Romney. Who else I check in with? This whole thing that happened with Iran was over data. And when I checked in with Soleimani himself, thank you, he actually feels like a nice man to kind of chat with. I'm gonna have him help me out with this reading a little bit more. It all came back to data and the elections. That's why I got killed. And my instinct, my gut is telling me that this reaction from the country and all the people, the mass protests, the total unity with this country over the death of him, I don't think anyone was expecting that. I don't think they expected to see them come out like that. And that's the thing that's kind of like the oops. Oh, and there was an oops that came out at the waxing full moon under the Ace of Cups, where we are right now. It was a Two of Swords, and it was like the plan fell apart. So, having said all that, oh, and then conveniently, Michael Bolton is going to testify. Let's start there. Michael Bolton, why all of a sudden the desire to switch gears? Hey, I'll testify. You know, do you feel like now you're okay because now they're going to war with Iran and now you're not accountable for anything related to that? Michael Bolton. Oh my God, I'm doing it in Michael Bolton. It's John Bolton. And I'm going to insert my John Michael Bolton picture here because it's pretty good. Holy cow, Bolt. I'm just going to call you Bolton. Bolton, why all of a sudden are you willing to testify if you're subpoenaed? Bolton, why are you all of a sudden okay with testifying? Because he can. He has the money and the power and the strength to do so. He's in a powerful position. Why is that? Because in the past, the Queen of Pentacles. Speaker Pelosi? Yes, with her receipts. Remember when Bolton went to D.C. for the weekend? Why was everybody gone? Were they on another recess, a winter recess? He was there, and people got to kind of saw him there. I read on that. He was meeting with Schiff. He was there to meet with them and talk with them, give them information. So you had to talk with Speaker. Is this really Speaker Pelosi? Yes. Is it Rebecca Mercer? No. Is it G-String? No. Is it Ivanka? No. I'm just getting Pelosi. So in the past, he talked to Pelosi with receipts. Oh, they had an agreement. They had an agreement, which is going to lead to what? More talks. The very root of this, Bolton, is what happened? What happened in what happened in Iran? What happened in Iran? I'm getting a yes, no, yes, no. It's more than that. Okay. It's not just Iran. Because of Zelensky. Yes. So because you're talking about Zelensky and now Iran. Yes. Okay. What's the challenge with your agreement with Pelosi, Bolton? Either that he's a spy, or because he didn't register FARA, or this is Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook throwing everyone under the bus. That's his challenge. Oh, is that delicious? Trump dynasty. Trump dynasty. Who's indicted? Donald? Yes, Donald. And the family's, yes, the family's indicted. Is Bolton and no, he's not indicted. Okay, so the whole family essentially is indicted. I asked the tarot again. I said, show me a sealed indictment, and this is what I got. They're indicted, and there's retreating. Who's retreating? Ooh, and the Knight of Pentacles. So he's got the money news. This is why he's willing to testify now. It was the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Cups that were revealing things at the full moon. What is this Four of Swords retreating? From a plan that's in progress, money news. There's Jared and Russia. Okay, I don't understand why they had that retreating card. Okay, so that's why Bolton is testifying. It's a mix. He's got the green light, the power to do so because of his probably ongoing agreements to keep talking. Okay. Now, the Trump administration, what do you think about the outrage in Iran over the death of Soleimani? All these protests, all these people. And now he's a martyr. What do you think about, well, I guess Iran's reaction and the world's reaction, because I don't think our allies are going to step up and help out. What do you think about the outpouring of reaction to his death? Trump administration and Trump. What do you guys think about that reaction? It's very revealing. It's like stunningly revealing. Because it was a very foolish thing that Donald did because he's indicted and trying to hang on to what he's got. You know, this isn't about you, Donald. What do you think about the reaction of the people of Iran? He's on defense about it. What's at the very root of what you believe about your impressions about them? Nostalgic, what, for the 70s past? The challenge is having to make a decision. I don't think he really cares. He doesn't care because, you know what, the more that people protest and are angered, it takes the heat off of him because all of that energy gets funneled somewhere else and he can be up to no good in the background. Okay, General Soleimani. Like, yes. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Tell me again why you were killed. Sounds like you were going to Iraq to deliver a message. What was the message you were going to deliver? Thank you. He's very nice, you guys. I know he did awful, terrible things. And he is like, yes, I did. And looks down at the ground. Okay, anyway. Tell me. What were you doing in Iraq? What happened? I was coming with a message about what? Is this military? No. Is this dark money? Yes. 2 kids. Like the Trump kids. Kind of. It's a tower you can't get inside. You can't get inside like the Azerbaijan. I can't say it. That tower. Because you were getting a message about something related to that tower with the kids and the yes. Really, who put you up to this? Why? What? Why do this? Because you were on defense, or is this Facebook? Because you were on the defense. Something happened. Yes, I know, it led to your death. And now what? Yeah, there's all sorts of fighting about that. What's at the very basis of this? The impeachment? Yes. Big, huge yes. SDNY? Yeah. He had a message. He was on defense, but were you implicated? Yes, he's implicated in something in the Southern District of New York. And the challenge with your death was the bribes and the money, the laundered money, because of the Trumps. Yep, yes, he says. I wonder how that got out. The stolen money, the financial burdens, your burdens, because it was going to cause more harm for their country from the Trump family. So Donald put it out there to, yes, okay. But somebody tipped you off. Somebody tipped you off about this. What's this about? What's this about, Suleimani? Somebody tipped you off because you're in Iraq. Who tipped you off? What happened? We're just trying to understand. Who tipped you off? You have this message. Where did it come from? What's this covered in? Oh my gosh. What's this covered in? Crap. A lot of shit. A lot of crap, sorry. What is this covered in? This is financial burdens. This is my card for when they're burdens, when they're financial. The Nine of Wands. Okay. So this news that you're on the defense about with the towers there, the work you did with your front company that worked with Donald, now that is under a major, major burden because why? Because why? the challenge. Trying to balance, the money won't balance. The numbers don't balance. This is the balance sheets. Oh my gosh. This is what was eclipsed at the new moon. Balance sheets of money that don't balance. Holy cow, do you know how many people had that Two of Pentacles? So that was a challenge because it was tracing back to you, right? Okay, what's at the root of this, though? I mean, who told you? The Republican Party told you? Something came up from the past. Oh, what was crowning you? The White House. So the White House was pursuing it because they got wind of it? Because in the past... money. Like tax returns. Yes. This is in the tax returns, you guys. Which is leading to what? The devil. Putin. Soleimani, do you work with Putin? He's staring at the ground, looks to the right like total guilt. You worked with Putin? He doesn't want to admit it. He's looking down at the ground. He doesn't want to admit it. Okay, how do we see you? Soleimani, how do we see you with the message that you have? You have 10 swords in your back. He's like, yes. Oh my God, what did you do? You had 10 swords in your back because why? What was the environment like? Stealing and theft. Who are you stealing from? Who are you stealing from? Mark Zuckerberg? You were working with Mark Zuckerberg. Holy crap, I think he was working with Mark Zuckerberg. Holy shit. So you went to Iraq with this message because your hope was you guys could have some discussion. Holy shit. You guys, because Iran is such great hackers, they're part of hacking elections. I said this a long time ago, that those Middle Eastern countries, including the mercenaries, oh my gosh, and holy crap, and ISIS, all of them, they are also hackers. If you go to the FBI 10 most wanted list, you will see like the top 2, I think, are Russians because of hacking. Then the next 10 are Iranians. I'm sorry, I don't know how I'm supposed to say that. I know, I'm bad. Or maybe if you look under cyber crimes, the most wanted, all from Iran. I looked at that. There was like maybe one Saudi, all from Iran. There was one from India, one Saudi, like 30 from Iran, and then like 2, 3 at the top were from... You guys have been hacking elections. They've been hacking elections. Okay, so what was the fear going to Iraq? So is Iraq hacking elections too? Nothing. I think Iraq is also hacking elections. Your fear was the Russians. Holy crap. The Russian strength. So holy crap. Okay. And so like the next steps then that you took was... So it's this next step, the 7 of Cups, this freaking 7 of Cups. So to tell another story, to make up something else. And we know what the final outcome was. We know what the final outcome was. The government struck you. The bribes. That is why Soleimani, holy shit, they were hacking elections. Our government was working with them, yes, to hack the elections. That's why he had to go. Holy crap. OMG. No wonder it's out of control. I think that there's hackers, there's Malaysia. Why else is he going to Vietnam and that area? I think Malaysia had the Miss Universe pageant this year, or no? I can't remember. That's why he had to be gone. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. Go have fun with your 90,000 virgins. He just laughed at that. Okay. No. Stay here, Soleimani. What does Speaker Pelosi know? What does Speaker Pelosi know? Oh my gosh. What does Speaker Pelosi know? And does Mitch know? Okay, one at a time. Soleimani, what does Speaker Pelosi... I think I have a new friend who's going to help me crack this code. Okay. Soleimani, what does Speaker Pelosi know? What does Speaker Pelosi know about this and you getting killed? See, Adam Schiff knew about this too because he had this in the 12th house. The Ace of Cups in the 12th house of secrets. Oh my God. He says Speaker Pelosi knows it was the office of the President of the United States. What about the office of the President of the United States? She knows what, Soleimani? Now I'm afraid I'm going to draw the wrong card. He's under investigation. She had him under investigation, which led to news from the Middle East and Russia. He's nodding his head, Secret talks and discussions. Did you talk with Pelosi? I just got a misty cloud that just went up. I can't ask this question. Okay. What's at the basis of what Pelosi knows? Disappointment, the 5-continent coup, the 3 cups and the 2. So she knows my formula. It's about how China and Russia, this is China plus Russia, bookend the office of the United States, the office of the President of the United States. And they're like bookends so that they can retain this. And I can't remember if it's like the 2 of Wands or something, but there's 2 cards that is the process by which they do this. Now, so she knows this. So now it's reversed. What does that mean? Cat's out of the bag. She knows. Soleimani, did you also help with? Yeah, he's part of all of them. It isn't just Russia and China, because that's why Putin thought he had to go. It's all of these rogue nations, these dictator nations, they're all have a hand in hacking. You wonder why Democrats and normal Americans in the USA can't grab a hold of the narrative in any given day about the news? It's because the world, international mobsters, mafia, is in charge of everything right now. They have the global power. What's the challenge for Nancy with the news from abroad? All of the stolen elections. So she had a plan. She was putting it out there. There's candidate Donald, Trump, Russia, and the data, the propaganda machine. It's all spilling. I told you this is all about elections and data. It's all spilling over. Wow. Okay. Oh, it's 31 minutes. Okay, I need to stop. I'm sorry. We'll continue. Thank you, Suleimani. Mind-blowing.